All right, everybody, welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your guy, Sirr Love, and I'm here to talk about a good topic today. Today, we're talking about the waves of success, how to ride the waves of success, how to see the waves of success. There's so many of us right now, we're swinging, but we're missing. What's missing? I'm gonna help you guys figure that out. Today, the waves of success. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. I'm gonna jump into it like I normally do, right? The reason I'm talking about this topic is because I'm noticing two issues in the market right now, and they're not just in music, it's all over the place for entrepreneurs everywhere. I'm seeing two problems. Problem number one, people are stuck in the past, thinking that the old things are gonna work today, trying to remix, but they're not really remixing no more, they're just remaking and sounding exactly like. Look, you can't make a record that sounds like it was supposed to be released in the 90s today. I'm sorry, that's not gonna work. You might remix the record, that's fine, sample the record, that's fine, bite the melody, that's fine, but you can't do the exact same thing. You can't be born in 1990 something making records sounding like the people that were born in 1970 something. Understand that you have to progress. That's one problem I'm seeing. The second problem I'm seeing in the market right now is there's too many people focused on the present, hacking away, trying to sound exactly like what's happening right now. Too many entrepreneurs running around saying, oh, what's the newest thing? What's the newest app? What's the newest movement? What's the newest industry? How do I get behind something? And they're catching everything when it's already in motion. And what's happening is they're taking losses. Everyone's taking losses because there's no equity. There's no tangible equity in the present. The only way that you get equity is when you do something now for the future. There has to be a margin, a disparity between your action and your return. Even if you're working at McDonald's, right? Or you're doing something with McDonald's, you're the McDonald's owner and you're trying to get equity real fast. That's fast food. Everything's supposed to be fast, right? You pull up to the window, a person talks to you. That's McDonald's taking action. Then you go to the next window, you give them your money, right? That's McDonald's getting their return. At the moment that you gave them your money, that's you making your action. You go to the next window. There's a margin of time and space between that. When you get your food, what is that? That is your return. There is always, no matter any situation that you're in, whether it's seconds, whether it's hours, whether it's minutes, whether it's years, there's always going to be a margin, a space between action and return. And if you're an entrepreneur, which means you're out there trying to create something new, you're trying to develop something new, you're trying to sell a product to the market, then what you're doing right now is going to have a huge margin of space. Right? Because you have to forecast what's going to happen a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you have all that time period to make something happen. And that's what I call riding the wave. Now, a lot of us are missing how to ride the wave, and I'm going to talk about it today. I'm going to break it down for you guys real simple. I'm going to tell a story, right? I can get real figurative and tell you, okay, listen, I've worked with writers, I've worked with producers. We had to talk about what's music going to sound like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, so we can start writing for the future. And those records that we wrote then, they're starting to place now where they were placing later after that moment that we wrote those records. That's the figurative stuff that you guys are like, who did what, whatever. I'm gonna give it to you guys literal because I've been in the exact same situation physically in my body. I went to Hawaii, right? I went to Hawaii and I decided that I'm just gonna ball out. I'm gonna have a great time in Hawaii. Hawaii is a beautiful place. If you've never been, make sure you go. I'm out there. I want to do it all. You know what I'm saying? I want to parasail. I want to feed the dolphins. I want to snorkel. I want to swim with sharks. I want to do it all. I'm out there wilding out. And if you ever been there, it's not the most inexpensive place to go. So I kind of tapped out at some point. I tapped out, opened up a new budget, tapped out again. I decided I'm sitting there on the beach. I'm like, look, it's my last day. I have a full day out here in Hawaii. What am I going to do next? There's a guy sitting there, and he's like, man, maybe you should try surfing. You know, I swear it started right here in Hawaii. So I'm out there, I'm on the beach, I'm watching people surf, and all of a sudden I get this dream. And that's where your vision starts right there, your dream. I get this dream of being out in Hawaii, surfing on the beach, right? At this moment in time. At that exact same moment in time, a guy walks up and he's like, hey man, I'm renting off surfboards for $25. I reach in my pockets. I'm like, shoot, I got $25. I get a guy, $25. He says, yo, you can get the class. It's like another $100-something. I don't have money for the class, but I got a dream now. I just got finished watching everybody else out there living their dreams in the ocean. I just got my dream. I got my tool, the surfboard. So a lot of us have dreams. We go out there, we buy the Pro Tools, we buy the music, we buy the equipment, we buy the tools, right? People trying to holler at me while I'm on camera. We buy the tools. But then a lot of us A lot of us, after we buy the tools, we have to get out there and follow our dream. We got to pursue it. We got to keep moving forward, right? So I get the board. I don't have the money for the class. That's cool. I got my tool. I walk out there into the beach. I get in the ocean. I'm looking around. I'm seeing all the real surfers are out there. They're out there because if you want to follow your dream, you got to go out there. Your dream's not going to be right where you're standing. Whatever you want, it's out there, right? So I get on my board. I get to swimming. There's a lot of other people that just started. They're swimming too, right? We're all swimming out there in the ocean. And a couple of people started realizing, yo, we getting kind of far out here. So people started looking around and saying, you know what, this ain't for me. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to go back. Before they even gave their dream a chance, they were looking back at land saying, this is too far, this is too much. They were too busy in their past to realize where we were going. They turned around, they didn't make it. I keep going, I keep swimming. I'm like, I'm going to catch up to these guys who are out here getting it in the ocean. By the time I get out there, I finally turn around and look backwards. I realize I'm about football field and a half out in the ocean, just out there, mountain, volcano, all that stuff. I am out there. I've never in my life been that far out in the ocean before. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching other people move. And I realize I can get off my surfboard and I can stand in the middle of the ocean. All the fear of swimming out there, thinking it's going to be too treacherous, too deep, I can get out there and stand. And I'm watching the instructors teach other people. I can't get too close because I didn't pay for the class. So what I got to do, I got to watch. Now, this is where a lot of us start paying attention in our careers. A lot of people get out there, they get their tools, and they start hacking. They just start trying to figure it out, right? The wave starts coming, and what do? You jump on a wave, and you start swimming. Wave passes you by. You feel another ride come up. The water starts to rise up a little bit. You start swimming. Wave passes you by. That was me for a good 4 hours, just out there, just waves passing me by. And then I realized, you know what? I ain't wasting my time. It is hot out here. What am I going to do next? So I started watching, studying, and paying attention to the people that are winning. And what I realized is that if you want to ride the wave to success, if you want to be successful at what you're doing, you can't ride every wave that comes. The people that were winning, they were looking backwards. They're on their surfboards, just looking backwards, riding with the waves. And they're watching, and behind them, they're watching the next wave coming up, and they're making a decision before the wave even gets to them. They're making a decision. Is this the one I want? Nope. Surfboard lifts up, it rides on past. It's not the one I want. They're riding on the wave. They look back. See the next wave coming? Nah, it's not the one I want. Wave keeps going. It keeps on going past me and sitting there chilling. Next thing you know, the same guy that I'm watching, he's beamed in. He's watching the wave. I'm beamed in watching him, beamed in watching the wave. My man gets the eye of the tiger in the system. He's like, oh man, this is the one. The wave is back there. I'm talking about the wave is back there. But he feels it. He feels the energy and he takes off. Before the wave gets to him, he takes off as fast as he can, paddling. Next thing you know, the wave is up above both of our heads. My man is surfing. I'm underwater. My board's all up in the air. I think I'm drowning. I come up and watch my dude surfing all down the beach. And I realize if you want to catch the wave, if you want to be successful, you cannot be so focused on the present. You can't be jumping on every new wave, every new thing that's coming. You got to see what you want. You have to position yourself on how you want to ride the wave. You don't have to change who you are. You have to change how you're going to position yourself for the new market that's getting ready to approach you right now. Is the wave coming at this angle or that angle? So I started paying attention. It's my turn now. I'm out there in the ocean. I'm looking. I'm like, nah, it's not the one. Nah, that's not the one. I see the one that I want. I'm sitting there. In the middle of the ocean, I take off as fast as I can. Take off as fast as I can. I'm pedaling, I'm swinging. I'm doing all this type of stuff. I'm kicking. Next thing you know, my arms are in the air. They're not in the water no more. My arms are in the air because at this point, my hard work, my determination of me taking off, me getting ahead of my dream has now met the opportunity in which I can move forward, right? The energy of the wave and my energy have connected. We are in sync. The present is in sync with the future, and now success is bound to happen. So I do what I thought I was supposed to do. I stood up and went right down the wave, and I found myself riding a wave for the first time, learned it all on my own. And I'm telling you guys right now that in your career right now, in your business right now, in your relationships right now, you are not riding the wave. You're not taking your time to iron out and figure out what's coming next, to make sure you're lining your future up with your present so that you can make sure when the future comes to today, that you're ready to take advantage of the opportunity. Right now, there's a lot of you talking about how you want relationships, and you're sitting there hopping on every wave that comes up. You're not paying attention to what you really want and waiting for it. Right now, there's a lot of you guys that are sitting here saying, I want to be the next hot musician, the next hot rapper, and instead you're making a new song every season. You sound different. Last year, you sounded like this artist. The year before that, you sounded like another artist. You go back 5 years ago, you sounded like someone else. What do you sound like? We got to figure it out. It's time to stop chasing the waves. If you want to be successful in your career, if you want to ride the wave and win, truly win, you got to pay attention to the market. You got to eyeball it down. You got to position yourself in such a way that you can be successful with the market that you see coming. And you have to take off with all faith, all energy, knowing that you're going with it. When the opportunity comes, when that wave catches up to you, you're going to be on top of it. You're going to be in the air, and everybody else is going to be either losing a wave or underwater. That's all I got for you today. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. And if you rock with me, I'm going to give you everything that I got right here on Phase 6. Understand your destination is waiting, but do you know where it is? Again, your destination is waiting for you, but do you know where it is? We're going to figure it out. We're going to find out together. Y'all stay tuned. Phase 6. Subscribe, follow, go to the website, www.phase6, which is phasevi.com. We're going to come with it this year, man. I'm going to give you guys some food for thought. It's going to be a buffet, so make some room in your bellies, all right?
Come on to Phase 6. If you need some marketing motivation, you can learn to transform your life and build your own empire. With Sirr Love.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no trace.
Yeah.
Real talk, I said real talk, I said real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah. With Sirr Love.